Published 0613 EDT, the 8th of October 2017. Updated 0749 EDT, the 8th of October 2017. A woman who wanted to cheer herself up with beauty products while awaiting a liver transplant developed her own range of false eyelashes in hospital, and her first collection was a sellout. Latoya Isiguzo, 29, from London was distraught when a rare autoimmune disease left her unable to walk further than a meter and in need of a transplant. She liked to put on makeup to make herself feel better and at the very least would don false eyelashes every day, but when she lost a pair it got her thinking about developing her own instead of paying up to £60 to buy them from the US. Focusing on building her brand kept her motivated when she was feeling down and she was out of hospital within a week of having her transplant, which is practically unheard of. Latoya launched her luxury lash brand RLBEAUTYLONDON earlier this year and her first collection sold out within 24 hours. Latoya Isiguzo, 29, set up her eyelashes brand RLBEAUTYLONDON while she was in hospital awaiting a liver transplant, and her first collection was a sellout. While in hospital, Latoya would put on makeup or false eyelashes at the very least to make herself feel better as she battled a rare autoimmune condition that caused her liver to fail. In 2014, Latoya was diagnosed with primary sclerosing cholangitis, an autoimmune disease that causes liver disease that has no known cause and is not related to alcohol consumption. At the time she was in her first professional job after finishing law school and was thriving in her career. I was progressing fast and started getting noticed by the right people in the company for my good performance, she recalled. This rare autoimmune disease causes the bile ducts inside and outside the liver to shrink due to inflammation and scarring. As a result, the bile accumulates in the liver, causing inflammation and scarring. A damaged liver can regrow without scarring, but in patients with PSC the process goes wrong, leading to cirrhosis. Cause of the disease remains unknown and it can be managed with medication, but in cases of advanced cirrhosis a transplant is necessary. Source: British Liver Trust. It was one of colleagues who noticed that my eyes looked slightly yellow. I now know it was jaundice, which is one of the signs that you may have an issue with your liver. On her colleague's advice, she went to her GP, who sent her to A immediately. She called work to say she'd be back that afternoon. Little did I know I'd never had a proper day at that office again, she said. After months of tests, Latoya received a diagnosis and was told that the only cure would be a transplant, but that her condition could be managed with medication for at least 10 years. However, she deteriorated quickly and was on the waiting list for a transplant within a year. The whole process affected me so much, especially because I was so driven to succeed in my work and my career, she said. I had so many dreams and aspirations and I couldn't do anything. I was stuck in hospital and my life was on hold. Love Island's Shannon Riley McGrath looking glamorous in RLBEAUTYLONDON lashes made in Chelsea's Georgia Toffolo wore Latoya's lashes during an appearance on This Morning. I lost a lot of my independence, which affected me a lot. At the peak of my illness I couldn't even walk 1 meter because I was so weak. I lost loads of weight and lost my appetite. I missed birthdays, summer fun with friends and family and just going out and enjoying life. Aside from visits from loved ones, Latoya kept her spirits up by maintaining her beauty regime. Before going to hospital I always took pride in my appearance, so the thought of sitting in bed, sick with the horrid hospital gowns and no makeup made me feel worse. So every day I would wake up, take a shower and get dolled up as much as I could. There were days when I couldn't manage a full face, but I would always wear lashes to feel glam. Latoya created a range of big, full and wispy lashes similar to those she used to import from the US but couldn't find on the high street in the UK. Latoya would wear lashes she'd imported from the US as she couldn't find anything like them on the high street here. They were voluminous lashes, big, full and wispy. They were being worn by all the celebrities and I wanted to mimic their beauty looks. Then one day I lost a pair. I was so gutted because I couldn't get dolled up and I would have to spend a lot of money purchasing another pair which were flown in from the US. They were so expensive and when they arrived, I would have to pay expensive taxes. A £30 pair of lashes would end up costing me £5,060 after I paid for shipping and taxes. Latoya's debut collection of lashes sold out within 24 hours of launching. My brain started ticking. I started thinking about the amount of women in the UK that felt the same as me. Why weren't there beauty brands here in the UK that sold the celebrity-style lashes I was so used to? Straight away I asked the nurse for pen and paper and I started brainstorming. And that's how RLBEAUTYLONDON came about. I wanted to create a brand that offered luxury lashes here in the UK for half the price but also without the burden of tax and expensive shipping rates. I used to get visits from my boyfriend and family and they would think I was crazy. They wondered how I could be so sick but had enough energy to work on my laptop and start planning what would be RLBEAUTYLONDON. The entrepreneur hopes to inspire other women to follow their dreams by showing them that they can succeed even if life doesn't work out as planned. In May 2015, Latoya had her transplant and was out of hospital in a week. Even though the average recovery time is at least a month, she said about getting samples, testing them on friends and family and doing a photo shoot for her website, which she launched in early 2017. Her first collection sold out within 24 hours and her lashes have been worn by celebrities such as Made in Chelsea's Georgia Toffolo and some of the Love Island girls. A model wearing Latoya's striking Tiffany lashes from the RLBEAUTYLONDON range. I am hoping to inspire people, Latoya admitted. Sometimes after my family had left for the night and I was on my own, I felt lonely and felt sad that this had happened to me. I was kept upbeat by the idea of getting back on my feet and building a really successful business, getting my career back. I was so driven to get well and be a success. I'm hoping to let everyone know two things. One is that you should never take your health for granted as it is your biggest wealth. But also that it doesn't matter if your life doesn't pan out as you thought, there's always second chances.